I am busy. If you have questions, go see Sister Eugenia.
Hello. The Mother Cardinal asked me to help you find the tablets that were stolen. Can I ask you some questions? Of course. But hurry. The Mother Cardinal told me that this village has been developed on the basis of St. Lucius's... Are you one of the theologians who helped?
Yes. I was sent here to confirm that this... And then I stayed.
Were there any confrontations with the natives?
Yes. The warriors of the village attacked us. The Inquisition managed to make them run away. The islanders tried to attack again, but we stood our ground. And when the chief of the village...
What was the reaction of the natives when you arrived?
Most of them were not in favor of us living. They were afraid we might chase them out of their own... And there were even more protests once we started talking about searching for traces of... I suppose they thought we would destroy all of their raised stones and other places of superstition.
Thank you. This information... I talked to Father Justinius. He told me that you were supervising the...
Indeed. It is under my supervision that the research...
Whom do you suspect of being the...
Alas. I'm afraid there are many suspects. Some settlers may have fallen prey to the lure of profit. The heretical natives of Vedlug may have wanted a... Or it could have been vengeance by those who had to leave the village.
Where were the tablets the night they were stolen?
We were keeping them in one of the village's shacks. We intended to bring them to Sam. But first, we wanted to examine them in order to obtain as much information. You can go and take a look in the shack if you want to. But I couldn't find any trace.
I imagine that someone was keeping...
Of course, we took turns guarding the shack. But some of us can't have taken the task that... If I remember correctly, it was Brother Virgil who was guarding them that...
Well, thank you.
I am the one who should be thanking you.
Thank you. I will let you work. Greetings. Desade.
I'm Brother Virgil. What would you like to know?
According to your colleague, you were the one in charge of guarding the...
Indeed.
What can you tell me about that night? Did you hear or...
No, nothing in particular. The night was quiet.
Someone had to enter the shack to steal the tablet.
I have no idea. The door was closed in the morning, and the lock was intact.
Do you suspect anyone in particular?
Not really. What I can tell...
Well, Sister Eugenia did tell me...
Of course. But all that matters to us is their value as proof, not the money we could make out of them.
Do you think the culprit could be a native?
Well, since none of us did it, it seems obvious. There aren't many... And the natives knew of the existence of these tablets before we found them. They were attached to them.
They are the ones who led you to them.
Well, we conducted the research, but they helped us find where they were. Some inhabitants of the village asked...
Well, thank you.
As you wish. But you won't find anything there. There were witnesses to the discovery of these tablets. We have all the proof we need.
What do you mean?
Now we can prove Saint Matthias lived here. Our actions on this island are justified. To keep rummaging the way Sister Eugenia does will only create more tensions with the natives.
I was not expecting a theologian to say such things. Have you been in Eden for a long time?
2 months, approximately. Back then, I joined Sister Eugenia's team with some of my colleagues. So we could give... We arrived straight from Ptolemy, hoping to study some new... But once we were here, I understood that my real mission... We must bring the light.
You talked about a mission with the natives. What did you mean by that?
I may be under the command of Sister Eugenia here. Our mission is to banish pagan cults and convert the island that belongs to Saint Matthias, and therefore to Ptolemy, since the god...
If your superior's Domitius, you are a member of the Ordo Lumen. I did not expect to find one of its members side by side with the missionaries. They usually...
The Order goes everywhere the light needs to be revealed.
You have a very unique way of seeing. How are your relations with the natives?
When I arrived, we were still trying to obtain info. They were very reluctant to give us any answers. Our attempts eventually made some of the inhabitants of the village react badly. The warriors. And the marked. The ones the natives... And it has proved nothing but a blessing for... I would like to go back to work now.
Of course. I will leave you to your work. I knew that the story would be more complex than we'd been told.
The priests separated this village into two parts. The exiles must be broken-hearted, having left their clan behind.
Had they been wiser and accepted their new neighbors, they'd never have been forced to leave.
Either way, the resentment here is strong enough for a theft to occur. There's only one entrance, and the door shows no evidence.
This priest, Virgil, said that the night was calm. So calm that So, the thieves only had to take...
It's very likely that that's what happened. But someone must have informed them. It can't be a coincidence that they decided to steal it during the watch of the only neglectful...
You think that the one who told them is in this village?
We know that this theft could be an act of vengeance by the natives who were forced to leave. They must still have allies in the village. Family. He will certainly know who's close to the exiles, and enough about the researchers to inform them.
You have returned on Almanawi.
I think I know who stole the tablet.
Really?
I believe those who were exiled from your village seek vengeance because the missionaries fought. They must have taken the tablets, with the help of someone else.
You may be right, but...
You do well to tell me what you know. Once the priests have reached the same conclusions as I have.
You're probably right. The Inquisitors would come back, and my people would suffer. I do not want to break the peace that I did all I could to make. I think the name of the woman you are looking for is Vindwal. She helps the priests who seek the old sage.
If she's helping the priests, why would she betray them?
Her son is one of the warriors who had to leave. If you go talk to her, please, do not hurt her.
I have no intention of hurting her. But things may not be so simple. I have to go.
Like...
Greetings. Are you...
Bertia Tumad. Yes, that is...
What can you tell me about Lev?
He is a man of peace. Some people dislike him, but I think the mind he almost speaks like them.
Listen, I know you helped the exiles to steal the tablets of Saint Matthias.
No, this is...
There's no point in denying it. I know you did it for your son who...
If you know that, then you know that I don't have the tablets.
The only means of alleviating the situation with Thélème is to give the priests their tablets back. So if you do not want your son to suffer their wrath, it would be best if I could retrieve them to...
Bran and the rest of the exiles, if you want to take the tablets away from them without being seen, do not take the part on the left. It is redundant, please. Do...
Here's the place that Vindwal indicated. The exiles must be near.
These people have been banished already. There's no need to add death to their list of punishments. Let's try not to fight them.
Don't worry, we'll be discreet.
Remember that we were told the area on the left was a trap. It would be smarter to take the other path.
There, we found them. Now all that's left to do is return to Eden. What are you doing here?
I was worried for my son. I wanted to make sure that everything was fine.
I think so. I managed to retrieve the tablets discreetly.
I am glad to hear that you managed to retrieve them. I will go talk to my son now. He needs to stop seeking revenge and find a new clan.
That would indeed be wiser. Vengeance has no positive repercussions. I retrieved your relics.
Thank you. Thank you immensely. Thanks to them, we will be able to continue our research.
I am curious to know who is responsible for this theft. The culprit must...
I do not want to point the finger at anyone. You have your relics back, and that's the only thing that matters.
Your indulgence honors you. But how can we be certain that these thieves will not strike again if they are not punished?
A good start would be to keep a better watch on the priceless treasures that you find.
Had you respected this village, you would not. You settled here without even asking those who lived here for their opinion on... Instead of talking about harmony, start taking action.
But that is precisely what we desire more than anything. We'll make sure to improve things in the future. I would be most grateful if you agree.
I might come back at some point, but alas, I am...
Naturally. Either way, we are certainly capable of continuing our research without you.
Actually, I must go back to my work. Our next expedition must depart as soon as possible.
Your next expedition?
Our brave researchers must continue to follow the tracks of our founder on this island. In the meantime, here, take this as a token of gratitude for the help you gave us.
Thank you. I hope your expedition will be a success. Good day. Are you the... what?
Dumad Renaikse.
I would like to ask you a few questions.
The people of your island are constantly asking questions. Questions have no value when one already claims to know the answer.
But...
it is your case. You believe you know the answer your own questions. At least then the answers will please you.
that is not what I...
Qua awelem seg. Me?
Ber Tirtumad, on all Menawi. I am Deirdre, daughter of Enora.
Is it you who helped my warriors discover what the men of the Red Sun were doing?
Indeed.
Then I thank you. It's probably because you are an Onol Menawi that you are different from the other. What do you seek?
Can you tell me something about your belief?
We believe that we are part of an everything, and that life depends. Our strength is drawn from that which we protect, and that which surrounds us feeds and
What can you tell me about your...
I have heard this question before. You sound the rituals are the business of the Donegada, not of the Renoikse. Anything more?
Concerning this story...
Enough! Enough questions,
Can't you leave us alone?
Leave me be! Even your thoughts are loud and break my face!
Ernaikse ya toigen quachesa de elodeis. Sabermila.
Traitor. An Anol Menawi does not wear the dress of the strangers.
Birtir to Madre Naikse.
Good day.
Do you want something?
Could you answer a few questions?
Questions. It is a word. Let us play a game. If you answer my...
If it is the only way to get answers.
I am pleased. We will have fun. What name is given the place from where you come?
I come from Serene, a grand city on the continent of Cocaine.
Really? It is possible that you come from there, but I believe that this is not your land. Your turn.
Your village seems different from the others.
Each village is different than the others. It is the reflection of those who live in it, and of all that surrounds it. Verdlug is the village of the lightning-struck wood in your language.
Why do you call it that?
It is said that there was once a great fire that burned all the surrounding woods caused by... But one tree that burns nourishes a new tree, greener and stronger than we are like her. Even wounded, our warriors are known for this by all clans. Let's try some. Are you on Olmenawi with your land? Or did you inherit your link from your parent?
I am not bound. Or at least I haven't done anything in particular to bind myself.
Then it was your parents. One of them at least must have been Donegad. Your turn.
Could you tell me more about your...
What a strange quest. I don't believe. I know. Every river, every rock. In exchange for these gifts, we honor her. We do everything. It was fun. More than with a woman who makes light.
Birtir Dumad an Almana.
Tell me about the missionaries that came here. Those...
When they came, they spoke about their bright and shiny god. Said that nature was just nature, and not to be... These men know nothing. We ignored them. They finally left, and then the woman came to us. She sniffed around everywhere, asking many questions, just like you. I was told that she tried to enter my own home. I even saw she must be careful. It is...
This question will seem strange to you, but do you... a dark spirit?
No. There is no such thing as dark spirits. Your...
What can you tell me about your...
Our rituals? Nothing. Nothing at all. I am not a Donegad. Why you bother me with these... Go and bother some...
What can you tell me about the beliefs?
The beliefs of the village. That is... Our beliefs are the same as... We believe in the earth, in the rain that quenches us and drowns us, in the beasts that feed... I do not know what more I can say to you.
You're different from the others.
Different?
Well, for one, you answer me when I...
You others. When we don't answer you, you start digging for answers. I am a gatherer. I hunt a little.
I must leave now.
Go away, lajkaj.
Anything new?
No. The investigation has gone stale. The villagers won't even... Perhaps you should talk to them.
I managed to exchange a few words with some villagers, but...
And did they tell you anything worth...
I know a little more about their beliefs. They worship nature and do not... It is certainly different from the luminous faith, but it's hardly... Yet there is something strange. One of the villagers that spoke with me seemed truly worried. On edge, even.
I think I know of whom you speak. A man always looking over his shoulder. He often sneaks out of the village like a thief. I attempted to follow him, but he always eludes me. I tried to get into his hut to see if he was hiding anything, but someone was always there.
Then we should give it a try. Perhaps we'll fare better.
This fellow did not seem very honest to me. If he's hiding something from us, perhaps we can find out what it is by searching his house.
He doesn't look inclined to let us in. We'll have to distract him.
We could break one of his pots. That would keep him busy. Or we could ask for help.
I can pretend to be clumsy, but we'll have to be fast, and it will only work once.
Do you want something?
Might I ask you a few questions?
More questions?
If we could avoid...
Very well. But be brief then.
What can you tell me about that man down there? I spoke to him and he seemed...
Don't hold it against him. The people of the light have already questioned us. That makes him distracted. He is a man of few words, but he is devoted to the village and listens to the... He is a gatherer, but everyone knows he wants to become the next Voglan, the next servant of the Negad.
Where does this man live?
Down there. His dwelling is...
I would like to take a look.
What? Why would you want to do that? It is his home. You have nothing to do there if you are not...
I really need to go inside. I must verify...
This request is strange. I know it is for you as well, but we must prove that the suspicions cast upon our village are not... These people of Teleme will not give up their search without...
Very well. And be respectful of what you find there. Be good. Oi! Toiges! Radayam redit quad!
What a horrible mask. How can someone wear such a thing unless they're worshipping some dark creature?
This is just a mask they wear in battle to intimidate their enemies, nothing more.
This painting is frightening. Evoking war. A massacre. A bloodbath under the likeness of a grimacing face. This altar is incredibly morbid. I wonder what sort of spirit could be venerated in this way.
This is exactly the kind of proof we've been looking for. An evil cult, far from some naive veneration of nature and other island spirits.
The man that worships a magic lamp speaks of being naive. Oh, how it is charming.
Siora, I am sorry. What I really wanted to say was that...
Leave it, old man. I know exactly what it is you wanted to say.
all these gruesome and bloody horrors leave no room for doubt. There is a demonic cult here. We should go tell Sister Ephesia.
Did you learn anything?
No. Nothing more.
I was able to sneak into the hut of our
And what did you discover?
Some troubling things. A ritual mask. A rather morbid altar.
By the Enlightened. To think these unholy things were so near. Finally, the proof we need that there's a blood-worshipping cult here. They cannot perform their heinous pagan rituals in the village. And I'm certain that it's where our nervous friend sneaks off to. I failed to find where he goes. But you have already proven more competent than I.
I shall try. Hopefully he will not lead us into a trap.
Thank you for your help. And good luck.
We should wait until nightfall and follow him. Perhaps we could hide and wait here. Then we will be able to see where this sleepless boy goes during nightfall.
My child, it's time to wake up. Our nervous friend is here.
Where could our man have gone?
He must have gone through this door, made out of roots. What's happening? You are so pale. Did the lightning-struck tree speak to you?
In a way. I saw many images. They were so real. As if I was the tree itself.
Do tell. This vision is surely the key to the portal.
I was this tree. And my branches were shaken by a storm so strongly that they hurt terribly. The heavens caught fire several times, and I felt the lightning strike and pierce me through and through. A sinister warmth took hold of my entire body in an instant, and flames began to devour me. Life left me. All was calm, and I had a taste of cinder in my mouth. In spite of this, I continued to feel. And the rain began to fall on my roots, and at the very heart of my being, I felt the sap begin to flow again. A shoot appeared on my darkened roots. Then the vision dissipated. I have never experienced anything like it before. The drawing on this stone makes me think of fire. I'm certain. I must have lit the candles in the wrong order.
Maybe enlighten protect me in this battle. Tell us again exactly what you saw, my child.
I was this tree. This stone is blackened, eaten away. I must have lit the candles in the wrong order.
Maybe enlighten protect me in this battle. May the shadow engulf our enemies!
The drawing on this stone makes me think of fire. I'm certain. This drawing looks like an infant. Could it on this stone, the sun is visible. This stone has an image of the moon. This stone is blackened, eaten up here. This looks like a snowflake. The drawing on this stone represents lightning. This stone bears the image of a storm, or perhaps the wind. This stone is adorned with the etching of a drop of water. The drawing on this stone makes me think of fire, I'm certain. This stone bears the image of a... I must have lit the candles and... Evidently, I shouldn't... This stone has an image of the moon. On this stone, the sun is visible. I must have lit the candle. I must have lit the... This drawing looks like an infant. On this stone, the sun is visible.
You did it right. By awakening these stones in the right order, the door opened.
Quiet!
Close duis, atudayam canadedole, tadulan vrandi, alauneles agen ole vei. Closi garamam italami olflinau ich egrem. Closi gedem dayentis olarabeni aol slai. Vanqua sakengedem fradem adigalem. Linquid winterbus o galamsani. Tugombenis gremos nigawi. Renkasie krimaderem denegau edent. Clos duis, aruject nes diri.
Lois des Raman ades Gideon, Arenta. Esfarnu Fradi, Damagengadan, Yadiga Ladandian. Esfarnu Fradi, David Gaishidon. Agesfarnu Fradi, David Gremosenagui.
What a strange ritual. I have never seen anything like it. The rituals of my village are not quite as scary.
In any case, Teleme's story suddenly sounds way more plausible. The Donegat who performed the ritual was the villagers. We should go talk to Dedra.
What do you seek?
We found your sanctuary and assisted in one of your blood rituals. Was the apparition we witnessed the demon the priests were
What is clear is these priests know nothing, and you know nothing.
The ritual. I've never seen anything like it. I hoped you'd be able to explain what they were trying to achieve. As you can see, my companion is not a lajkaj like the others. She bears our likeness. Please share your knowledge with us. Grant us the chance to understand.
Very well. I'll attempt to help you make sense of what you witnessed. The ritual you saw is a ceremony to summon forth the strength of our warriors. Our people have always lived in harmony with nature. Our very existence revolves around her. She talks to us and takes on many faces. What you have witnessed is just one of many. Confronting the threat that the lajkaj make up, we called them for their blessing, and they appeared to us.
Can we contact them? I mean, is communication possible?
What you witnessed was not a discussion. But if you visit the sanctuary, you may see one of the faces, and then you will be able to talk. Pass the mountains and head to the swamps. There, if you perform the ritual, you will see them come. Though what you will hear may not be to your liking.
What a strange party we have here. Who are you to come and disrupt our solitude?
Good day.
You? You are on Olmenawi and at the same time, Renaigse. So it is possible to bond yourself on your faraway island?
We are here because Thélème has asked us to carry out an investigation. They think that certain clans venerate a demon, an evil creature. We carried out our investigation of Vedlog on Chief Deirdre in an attempt to discover the truth. And the clues have led us to find our answers in this sanctuary.
Deirdre sent you to seek out a demon? Curious. A man from your island came already a long time ago. Full of questions he was as well. He had a small party of warriors with smoking tubes. And on their chests, a golden lion.
A lion?
The coat of arms of the Bridge Alliance. In our territory. Such boldness.
They set up a camp near here and then they disappeared, all of a sudden.
Do you know where, precisely?
It was a long time ago. I don't remember all that well. My memory has been leaving me of late. But it wasn't far from here. You will find it, I am certain. Ah! You are bringing back the memories. They were asking nearly the same questions you ask.
A fresco in various yellow hues. It represents a sort of insect. A fresco in various yellow hues. It represents a sort of insect. The image is fading. I can't see much of anything. A fresco. It represents a beast of the marshes. A red serpent.
What do you want,
We found the camp you spoke of. Well, all that remains.
I told you. You were not...
Many died.
I warned them, I remember. Too bad. Their weapons were strange, stranger. The marsh is more powerful still.
That doesn't seem to bother you all.
Teofradi gives, Teofradi takes back. But you're still here.
I found this note. It speaks of a ritual, but it is incomplete. Do you know anything?
A ritual? Yes, there is a ritual for the impatient.
But for me, it would be useful.
There must have her reasons. The folly. Do you see those drums over there? They
awaken the earth.
Oh, and that's not all. Once the earth is awakened...
Quench a stone.
But you're still here.
How do you play the drums?
Oh, that's easy. The music is... You need only respect the...
That's not real.
Come now, come now. You must...
I'm listening.
Each drum must only beat... But you're still here.
Quench a stone.
Water trickles on the stone and returns to us, empowered by its force.
This note I found explains a recipe. Is that what must be poured over?
Oh, yes. But you're still here.
Nothing. I shall... Evidently, we made a mistake in some point.
May the enlightened protect the honest
Something's appeared over there. It seems as if it's some type of altar. It looks like an altar. The stones. That must be where we need to pour the potion. What is this?
Killed! You killed her! Monsters! Murderers!
You knew her, old man? Before she became a Nadaig?
May the earth swallow you whole! You and those from their dark oil! They must all be destroyed! But Enol Milfrictimen will stop them! He will chase you all away! Murderers! His hunt has begun!
Calm down. We didn't have a choice. We were only defending ourselves.
Siora, what is he talking about? Why is he so furious, and who is Enon Milfrictimen?
I believe he is furious because he knew the Nadaig before she bonded. He mourns her in this way. It was a Donegad who received very much power, and who traded herself completely.
Are you saying that that creature was once a woman?
Yes, like you and me. Anyone who draws upon the power of the earth becomes one of their faces in exchange. As for your other question, Enon mir Frichteman means one of 1,000 faces.
This name rings a bell. I've heard it before. It is surely the name of the demon we seek to expose.
Enon mir Frichteman. I doubt that you can understand.
Enough to think that this being wants to harm us. Perhaps it is the source of the Malachor.
And why is that? Why would the source of your sickness come from here?
I don't know, Siora. But didn't this man just say that this being would hunt us down? We need to learn more.
You survived. Which must mean, alas, that one of the You are a great warrior. You could almost be a What do you see?
You have set a trap for us, invoking and releasing.
It is true. And the Nadaig is indeed one of the faces. A spirit. I was hoping that you would disappear. The swamps do not like to give back those who end. You have seen things that no stranger to our clan has ever seen. See, but you survived. You are strong.
The ritual. This is how you prepare the blood.
What are you talking about, Siora?
No one knows the recipe. But it is the very barm that allows her warriors to enter in and to rise again when they have fought.
It is true. You do not know the ingredients, but you know now how the blessing... I have nothing more to give you than my excuses. And that you keep to yourself all... You are a brave Onol Manawi. And I would like to request...
You request my help after sending...
You helped us to find the camp of the Soul Lasser. And you have proven your valor fighting the Nadaig. So yes, I am asking for your help in saving the people who are suffering in this camp.
What do you intend to do?
Attack and destroy this camp and those who live in it to set my people...
And how am I supposed to help?
My clan is powerful, but so are these Soul Lasser. I need... Eseld of the Gaius Rad is in my debt. But I'm afraid she might refuse to honor it after her clan was defeated. You know how to talk to people. And you are friends with her twin sister.
I suppose...
That would be good. It would also be... Meet us near the camp with the forces you managed to...
I do not want to interrupt, but I think our priority should be to find Cornelia. I doubt our Mother Cardinal is aware of the Inquisition's actions. She will certainly want to put an end to it all to appease the natives. Whereas, a frontal assault led by Deirdre and her men would only rekindle the conflict. And Cornelia would certainly take umbrage at an intervention of the congregation without even informing her of the situation.
Oh, there you are, Your Excellency. The Enlightened has heard my prayers.
What's going on? Where are the others?
After deciphering the content of the tablets, they went north to continue their research in some swamps. But they must have encountered problems. Brother Fidelis came back here, and he was in a dreadful state. He most likely came to seek help, but he fainted. It's impossible for us to know what happened to them.
I am not a doctor, but I may be able to examine him.
Oh, please do. Any help would be appreciated. We've done our best, but and the healer we sent for will certainly arrive too late.
This man is burning up with fever, and he bears several bite marks and traces of...
The blows did not put him in this state. He looks like a victim. With the right antidote, I think we could get him back on...
Have you tried giving him any antipoison?
Of course, but to no avail. And what if it were a hex cast...
No matter what happens, you all...
Why, of course. These savages are always to blame. The man was in the swamp. There are some rare animals there, and their venom is terrible. A healer...
We could ask Lair. He will direct us to someone who understands.
Onol Manawi, I heard that you managed to...
Did Vindwal tell you?
Yes, and I feel more at peace, knowing that our brother and you proved me right.
I need your advice. You may already know that one of the researchers came back wounded.
I heard about...
He has all the symptoms of a poisoning. He must have been bitten by a creature of the swamp, and we're looking for a healer.
So, you came to see me. Interesting. Our neighbors, alas. Our Donegat is one of the exiles. But Vindwal knows...
Thank you. I will go see her. I have to go.
Like so many others.
Here you are again.
I have come to ask for your help. Lair told...
I do know a few of them. I have learned about plants.
One of the researchers came back wounded from the expedition.
And now he has the Llewellyn fever. We have a good knowledge about this affliction.
Do you know which antidote should be given?
Yes. These priests are idiots. They could have asked for our help. You are different. And so, I will give you the potion to cure them. Make him drink this remedy and he'll get better.
Thank you, Vindwell.
Where am I?
You're in Eden.
Was I unconscious? Swamp is so hostile. We weren't prepared.
What caused these wounds?
A nightmarish creature. A colleague and I had left to fetch some help when I managed to run away. But I don't know what happened to him. As for those...
Show me the location of your colleagues on the map.
There. Please, hurry.
Thank you. You should rest now. I do not remember there being a path in this place the last time we came.
You're perfectly right, my child. This passage must have been cleared by the expedition. We should follow it.
can protect me in this.
Shut.
Bring you to the place suggested by the tablets. I had no way of...
Hey, what's happening here? I could hear you from miles away.
Your Excellency, I'm so happy to see you. You arrived right on time to settle this matter.
How did you manage to find us in the middle of this swamp?
Brother Fidelis managed to reach Eden. He's the one who told us where your camp was.
But he didn't leave alone. What happened to Father Orbricus, who was accompanying him?
He must be dead, like our other companions. This is all your fault. This is yet more proof that you are not fit to lead such a team. I should be the one in charge.
Maybe you should calm down and explain to me what's happening here.
This expedition was undertaken with no concern for common sense. We are not equipped to explore this type of place. Our people are disappearing, and all we have found are some falsified writings.
Brother Virgil is terrified, which probably explains why he is being so disingenuous. We have made incredible discoveries, and we could find more.
You are beyond redemption. I won't waste another second talking to you. If you want to talk to me, Your Excellency, it will have to be without her.
How charming.
Your Excellency, I hope you will forgive us for that scene. My relations with Virgil have, but ever since we arrived here, it has been unbearable.
Before anything else, I need to know what has led to this situation.
What would you like to know?
For what reason were you quarreled?
The expedition itself, I'm afraid. Virgil was all for him. Our discoveries in Eden were sufficient. They confirmed what he wanted. According to him, we should never have continued. And when we found new tablets, it became even worse.
Were they also written by...
Without a doubt. The handwriting is the same. There are also some patterns, some islander symbols. But what really angers Virgil is the content we... Our founder explains that he learned a lot from the islanders. Something our brother cannot... He now persists in saying that these tablets are fake.
Brother Fidelis told me that several members of the expedition have disappeared.
Yes. That's why he left, along with Father Orbricus, to fetch them. 3 more of our colleagues are missing. And I'm not even talking about the ones who fell. I must admit that I underestimated the hardships I made a mistake. I should have prepared this expedition more thoroughly.
And no one has searched for those who are...
I wanted us to search for them, but someone later convinced me that it presented too much of a... Along with lack of preparation, our constantly decreasing number...
And by someone, I suppose you mean brother...
Indeed.
I'm thankful for these pieces of information. But you understand that I will also have...
Of course, that's understandable. You must hear us both.
Brother Virgil.
What do you want?
Can you explain to me what
The reason for it is very simple. It is Eugenia's fault. The discoveries made in Eden were sufficient, but no. She organized this expedition in a hurry, and now she's accepting as facts the delirious writings we discovered on these tablets without doubting...
What do you mean?
We found some new tablets, but their content is so absurd. I am certain that the natives must have found these stones before us.
How would they have done that? The natives...
They must have been helped by an unscrupulous settler.
Brother Fidelis told me that some of your colleagues went missing.
They did not go missing. They were killed. And let's not forget the savage. We can feel their presence. roaming around the camp at night. I am so...
That's strange. There aren't many villagers around.
There aren't any. There are a few hermits, but they are not far. And they have better things to do than roam around their camp at night.
We've been in this region before, and the only native we met was a little insane, but would have been incapable of killing
Those savages may very well have been following us since our day. We will not be safe on this island.
I see. So
we can die as well.
I cannot take sides in your quarrel for now. And in any case, even if you think they are dead, we have to try...
Well, if you are prepared to take such a risk, I can only commit. But I would not get my hopes up. To get there, take the path south of here.
This man's skull is sunken, but he doesn't look like he was in a fight. Could he have fallen?
That is unlikely. Look, my child. The wound is located at the back of the skull. I regret to say that in my opinion, he was struck from behind, with a mace, most likely.
This poor soul was almost entirely devoured. He must have been killed by swamp animals. Even so, this wound looks different from the others. It looks like a knife wound.
You're right. He was stabbed before being fed to the animals. But anyone could have used such a blade.
These fang marks are impressive. The poor man didn't have a chance. He must have been attacked by a large reptile. Most likely a Llewellyn. But what was he doing alone so far from the camp? It seems obvious now that these disappearances were orchestrated.
The deaths of these people were a deception. Only the lajkaj are deceitful enough to do such a thing. They kill each other and accuse my people. This virgin, he wants to push aside this woman at all cost. He must be the culprit.
Indeed. I think that we should go find this brother and ask for an explanation. Brother Virgil.
Your Excellency! Weren't you...
Indeed. I regret to say that they are indeed all dead.
I knew it. What a waste.
I'm afraid someone else is responsible for this. These deaths are not accidental, and yet they were disguised as such.
The savages! Their thirst for blood is unquenchable. I knew we should never have come without an escort.
Watch your tongue, priest. Our people have no need to hide when they protect their land. Only the lajkaj are deceitful enough to disguise a death.
Who else could it be?
Someone who desperately wanted this expedition to fail. Does that remind you of anyone?
Fine. You unmasked. The Ordo Luminous sent me to keep an eye on it, to ensure that the discoveries we made would not jeopardize our nation. But the inscriptions on the tablets are a heresy. Can you imagine what would happen if it was said that our founder listened to the teachings? But even then, foolish Eugenia accepted these without realizing that our entire nation could suffer because of it.
I understand that you might want to protect your nation. But to go as far as a...
Come now. What would you do if someone were threatening that you cannot make me believe that you would not be willing to kill? You may have, since you want to avoid using violence, help my colleagues and I know how to sort through these discoveries. And you will be rewarded, of course.
This lajkaj tried to blame my people for these crimes. The priests would have wanted to punish them, and innocent people would have died. He must answer for his treachery.
It is undeniable that these discoveries could cause a great upset in Thélème, but he has no right to decide what should be revealed or not. On this island, Cornelia should be the one to... Be careful with your accusations, though. Eugenia and her colleagues are on edge. We wouldn't want...
It seems to me that all members of this expedition are concerned. They should decide. Brother Virgil.
What do you...
I must leave you. Brother Virgil. Indeed. I regret to say...
I knew
I'm
it. The sun...
Oh, some...
The order... Can you even... Without...
Come.
But he...
Sorry, Brother Virgil, but I cannot accept. You will take your... The research will continue, and their discoveries will be studied by wiser people. The decision to reveal them or not will be...
I see. My colleagues and I will go back to Eden. I hope that you...
Alas, I have found the dead body.
How horrible! But how?
I doubt it. Brother Virgil is responsible for these deaths. He was hoping to blame the natives.
What? But why would he?
As I do not have the authority to arrest him, I sent... If you want him to face judgment, you will have to report what happened to the Mother Cardinal.
You are right. As soon as we get back to civilization, I will... Once more, your help has been a blessing. Take this. Alas. We will have to go back to Eden as well. There are too few of us to continue the research.
Were you hoping to discover more?
Of course. This place was but a single step in St. Matthias's journey. The last tablets speak of a journey northbound, further up in the swamp. But even if Virgil is no longer a threat,
we could go there for you if you wish. You just have to tell us.
That would be marvelous. Of course, you would have to start from the excavations. I think I noticed a path going north when I was there, actually. Look, perhaps you will be lucky enough to find more of his writings.
Don't worry. I will conduct this research and come find you here if I...
Be careful, my child. You need healing. May the shadow engulf our enemies. May the shadow engulf our enemies.
I've never been that far into the swamp, but if I was to live here, I would look for a drier place.
A cavern. Hermits often choose places like this when they want to live away from the world. This is incredible. We have to manage through this place. Magnificent. If St. Matthias did come here, this is where he must have settled.
Let's take a closer look at these paintings. We may learn something from them. This mural is very ancient. It depicts an old man dressed as a priest, getting his face painted by a masked native. This mural depicts an old man praying in front of a face in the mountain. He's holding a rosary. Saint Matthias, praying to Enon Mil Frichtemen. I do not know these glyphs, but these spirals are native symbols. There are some words in our ancient language next to them. The light and the earth are the two faces of a same power. It's impossible to know if this is a translation or another sentence. But this is a message that would seriously displease the Inquisitors.
I cannot believe it. These symbols, they are signs used in the secret writing of the Donegada.
Engraved tablets. They resemble the ones we recovered in Eden. We should take them with us. The researchers would be delighted to study them. There are some native symbols here and some letters I recognize, as if someone had tried to write in the native language using our alphabet. Men duistad en on mil frichtemen.
It means, welcome us amongst your people, Enon Mil Frichtemen.
This is incredible. Saint Matthias would have known about the spirit of the island and would have prayed to him. It looks like a chaplet made of pewter. It's rather basic, but it was made a long time ago. And it undeniably comes from the continent.
This is incredible. Saint Matthias is often depicted or described as using a similar chaplet. Oh, I feel so lucky to be here, in this cavern where our founder lived. I don't know if you realize the importance of what we've just discovered. Saint Matthias, the founder of Thélème, finished his life worshipping the islanders' god. This is so incredible. Although it will cause a huge upset for our nation, our cult, and our relations with the natives.
I wonder what I should do with these relics. Eugenia probably didn't imagine that Saint Matthias lived his life in a way that's so different from what they advocate. As for Virgil, he wasn't wrong. Such a revelation will certainly cause a schism in Thélème.
I understand you must be concerned. Great revelations are often followed by a trail of blood. But if what we found was revealed, my people could live in peace with the priests at last.
I already took sides in their quarrel. If I change my mind, I'm afraid that it might be seen as treason. I'll think about it on the way there. Let's go back to the researchers' camp.
So, did you find anything?
We discovered a cave that was inhabited a long time ago by a whole group, mostly natives, who had obviously created a sacred site, as the place was guarded.
And have you found traces of our holy founder?
There were also frescoes on the site, representing Saint Matthias.
Frescoes? Tell me more. This is fascinating.
He was shown having his face painted by a native. On another, he prayed to the god of the mountain.
You can't be serious. You mean to say that our saint converted to the cult of the islanders?
That is what emerges from our findings, yes. Other objects that I was able to bring back also... Look, there are inscriptions.
This chaplet... I cannot believe it. It is so... Excuse me. I cannot find the words to express how I feel. You must come with me. We must go and present all these discoveries to the Mother Cardinal. You realize our entire dogma will have to change. So far, anyone who wanted to question it would have burned their fingers. Literally, alas.
And you think that this time they'll listen?
We have solid proof. All this evidence. With your support, we will convince her to reveal the truth.
I see. I will do my best to help you.
It seems we are arriving right on time. You did well to warn us, Brother Virgil.
Virgil? How did you know?
I'm afraid that your Excellency's lies weren't very convincing.
We were informed of your discoveries and of the danger they represent. We demand that you hand them over to us immediately, so that they can be destroyed.
How can you even suggest the destruction of relics written by the hand of our founder?
Out of love for our dogma, for our faith, and for our nation. But since you refuse to comply with our orders, you leave us no choice.
Death to the heretics!
May the enlightened protect me in this battle. May the shadow engulf our enemies.
You can face, woman of faith. I cannot believe that I just fought my own brothers in faith. The fact that the Inquisition is after us is very disturbing, Excellency.
We would do well to hasten to San Matthias. They will not dare to attack you there. And we will have to take care of Bishop Domitius. He will do everything he can to discredit us.
You are right. All this proves is that I will not succeed without your help. There is a risk that the Mother Cardinal will also reject our discoveries.
And if you will allow me to attend the hearing, I would be delighted to support you.
Your help will be precious to us, Father. In any case, we must present our research to Mother Cardinal as soon as possible. I will study the tablets one last time to make sure I know all their content. And I will meet you at the palace in San Matthias to please...
Understood. See...